and Dale Jr. were 5th. Kenseth was actually running 2nd at that time. Harvick told he was 2 laps short on fuel at lap 66. Of course, big story, guys running out of fuel lately. Truex Jr. tire down. Almost goes into the wall. Got pretty close. He goes in for a quick fix and heads back out. Top 3, lap 69. Kevin Harvick, Matt Kenseth, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch at lap 69 climbs to 8th place. And then last 14 races. Oh, so the last 14 races at Watkins Glen, the caution came out after lap 70. Greg Biffle misses the bus stop, hits brakes to avoid penalty in the bus stop area in a loop, and the incident happened at lap 72. Tony Stewart drops out of the race eventually. He had some issues with his car. And Adam Stevens, Kyle Busch's crew chief, says that we're going to get a caution because the guys in the front will run out and cause a green-white checkered. Running out of gas, he was meaning. But anyway, what happened was Kevin Harvick, he had the lead, and all of a sudden he had Joey Logano on his tail. Kevin Harvick was starting to run out of fuel right at the last lap, at the last turn before the finish line. And as soon as Kevin Harvick started slowing down, Joey Logano took it and won that race. And now what's significant about that is that Joey Logano, who never won a road race before, actually won 2 that weekend and swept the weekend at Xfinity because he won Saturday and Sunday. So there you go. It went from 0 to 2. And good stuff. All right, so... And, okay, and then just to run things along, so the white flag comes out lap 89, and then lap 90, race is over. First place, Joey Logano, second place, Kyle Busch, and then third place, Kevin Harvick. Lead track summary as follows. AJ Allmendinger takes the lead from the race start and holds on all the way to lap 21. Truex Jr. takes over at lap 21, but during the first caution, he would lose it to Allmendinger, then Cole Witt would take it, then Allmendinger again, then Cole Witt again, and Cole Witt would take it into the restart lap 29, but not for too long, because Keselowski during lap 29, he would take the lead, and he will hold on all the way into caution 4, and then Kyle Busch takes the lead lap 56, Keselowski again lap 56, and then Kyle Busch 56 into 57. Caution 5 would be Kenseth, Harvick, Kenseth. He'll take it into the restart. Caution 6, Kevin Harvick, and he would hold on. He would hold on to the lead at lap 61 all the way to lap 89 to turn 7. Joey Logano takes the lead at turn 7 to the finish line. Turn 7's here, finish line's right here. Okay, obviously I'm on the radio, you can't see, but the last final turn before the finish line, boom, Joey Logano takes over and brings it in for the finish. So good stuff. See, I told you Joey Logano was going to win one soon. And I tell you what, and I might be talking crazy, but could it be a possibility that Joey Logano bumps Kevin Harvick out of first place? Because Kevin Harvick still is in first place in the driver standings. So, kind of crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of crazy. All right, so let's take a quick pause. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, and then we'll go over the racing schedule. RP continues next. Welcome back, everybody, to the Racing Podcast, the one, the only RP. So, now, as mentioned, I'm going to give you the schedule because we're not going to be here next week. We'll be back on let me double check the calendar. We'll be back on the 27th, so I'm going to give you the schedule for this weekend at Michigan and the weekend after at Bristol. And for those of you that are new to NASCAR, the Saturday night race at Bristol is like one of the coolest races. It's a long one. It's 500 laps. On a half-mile track, so talking about good 3-4 hours, probably 4. But there's just something about the night race at Bristol. TV coverage schedule start at 7:30. Green flag probably drop around 7:45, 7:50. and by 11:15, maybe midnight, that race will be over. Maybe. If, depends how things go. But if you're new to NASCAR, the Bristol night races is just one of the cool races. It starts off still daylight, and the sun starts to drop, starts to get dark as they're racing, and the lights come on, and before you know it, you go from a daytime race right into a nighttime race, and it's just some good times. And Bristol is one of the coolest tracks, man. I mean, it's a stadium with a track in the middle, So anyway, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series and Sprint Cup is headed to Michigan International Speedway this weekend, located at 12626 U.S. Highway 12, Brooklyn, Michigan, 49230, 72,000 capacity as of 2014. Michigan D-shaped oval, surface asphalt, length 2.0 miles, 4 turns, and bankings at the corners 18 degrees, start finish 12 degrees, backstretch is 5. And they also host the annual Michigan Wine and Beer Festival over at Michigan International Speedway. Xfinity heads to the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course for another road course race, and that's located at 7721 Seam Corners Road, Lexington, Ohio. Troy Township, Monroe County, I think it is. Capacity, bleachers 10,000, open seating 65,000, and the original road course 2.5 miles, and there's also a second road course which is 2.2258 miles, and the original road course is 15 turns, and the second road course has 13 turns. So again, this weekend, Camping World Trucks and Sprint Cup, Michigan Xfinity heads to Mid-Ohio. So if you count this weekend coming up, until the Chase Cup, there are 4 weeks until the Chase Cup and 14 weeks in the entire season. So it's winding down pretty good. And when we get back after the break on 27th, we're going to start talking a little bit more about the Chase Cup as we get close to it. Start going over the Chase standings as we slowly wind down to the tail end of the 2015 racing season. So let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, the Racing Podcast proudly presents this weekend's racing schedule. Saturday afternoon is this week's NASCAR Camping World Truck Series event, Saturday, August 15th at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the Careers for Veterans 200, presented by Cooper Standard, and that has 100 laps scheduled, and that's from Michigan. Then Saturday late afternoon is the Xfinity event, Saturday, August 15th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and that's on NBCSN and MRN, and that's the Nationwide Children's Hospital 200 at Mid-Ohio, and that is with 90 laps scheduled. And then Sunday afternoon is this weekend's Sprint Cup event, Sunday, August 16th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN and MRN, and that is the Pure Michigan 400, and that is with 200 laps scheduled. So as mentioned, we're going to be taking next week off. So let's take a look at what's going on at Bristol. You have Wednesday night racing, Friday night racing, and Saturday night racing at Bristol. August 19th, 21st, 22nd. So let's do it. Bristol Motor Speedway, okay, which is also known as the world's fastest half mile, also known as Thunder Valley. So August 19th is truck racing, August 21st Xfinity racing, and then Sprint Cup racing Saturday night, the 22nd. Bristol Motor Speedway, located at 151 Speedway Boulevard, Bristol, Tennessee, 37620. Capacity is 160,000. Racetrack half mile, oval surface, concrete. Let me see even more fun. Capacity 160,000, I just said that. 4 turns, and the bankings at the corners between 26 and 30 degrees, and at the straights is between 6 and 10 degrees. Lap record, 12.742 seconds. Brian Gersta, 2011, must-see racing extreme speed classic. All right, so now for the Bristol schedule. All right, So, Wednesday, August 19th is the Bristol Truck Race. Wednesday, August 19th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and that's on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. And that's the UNOH, the University of Northern Ohio, 200, presented by Z-Loop, and that is with 200 laps scheduled. Then Friday, August 21st is the Bristol Xfinity event. Friday, August 21st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN and PRN. And that is the Food City 300, and that is with 300 laps scheduled. And then Saturday night, August 22nd, the Sprint Cup night race. That's Saturday, August 22nd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN and PRN, and that is the Irwin Tools night race, and that is with 500 laps scheduled. It's going to be pretty close to midnight by the time that race is over on the 22nd. So be prepared on the 27th because I'm probably going to have a lot of notes. So I'm getting myself prepared. I got my stash of legal notepads and my armory of big ballpoint pens. I'm ready to roll. Okay. All right, so let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll go over the driver standings. This driver standings segment is next. RP continues. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to RP, the place to be, the racing podcast, and this is the driver standings segment, so let's get to it. NASCAR Sprint Cup driver standings, top 10 as follows. First place, still Kevin Harvick in the number 4 car, 823 points, and he's your current leader. Joey Logano in second place, the 22 car with 781 points, which is pretty close. Boy, if he can get another win, man, he might be in there. 42 points back, it's not bad. If he gets in first place, get 43 points, boom, he might be able to get in there. Third place, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 88 car, 750 points. Jimmy Johnson, fourth place, the 48 car, 747. And then fifth place, Bart Keselowski, in the number 2 car, 719 points. Mark Truex Jr. in 6th place, the 78 car, and then he's with 714 points. 7th place, Matt Kenseth in the 20 car, 703. Kurt Busch, 8th place in the 41 car, 659. And then 9th place, Jimmy McMurray, the number 1 car, 635 points. And then Denny Hamlin, he's in 10th place in the 11 car, 631 points. From 11th to 15th place in order, you have Paul Menard, Jeff Gordon, Ryan Newman, Clint Boyer, and 15th place, Carl Edwards. From 16th to 20th place, Eric Almirola, Casey Kane, Greg Biffle, Kyle Larson, and Casey Mears. And then 25th to 25th place, Austin Dillon, Danica Patrick, AJ Allmendinger, David Reagan, and Sam Harnish Jr. Brad Keselowski climbs up from 6th place to 5th place. Truex Jr. drops from 5th to 6th. Kurt Busch climbs from 9th to 8th. And then Jamie McMurray, he drops from 8th to 9th. Denny Hamlin climbs from 11th to 10th. Paul Menard climbs from 12th to 11th. Jeff Gordon knocked down from 10th to 12th place. Carl Edwards climbed up from 16th to 15th. Eric Almirola climbs from 17th to 16th. And then Casey Kane, who was in 15th, he drops down to 17th place. And then Casey Mears climbs from 21st to 20th. Austin Dillon drops from 20th to 21st. And then Sam Harnish Jr., he gets into the top 25 at 25th place. Manufacturer standings for Sprint Cup as follows. Chevrolet in first place, 981 points. Ford in second place, 911. And then Toyota comes in third place so far with 906. So the NASCAR Xfinity Series driver standings, top 10 as follows. First place is Chris Buescher in the number 60 car with 724 points, a current leader. Chase Elliott in 9th place in the number 2 car, 700 points. Ty Dillon in 3rd place in the number 3 car. He is also with 700 points. 24 points back. Chase Elliott, Ty Dillon, both 24 points back. Reagan Smith sits in 4th place in the number 7 car, 667 points. Elliott Sadler in 5th place, the number 1 car, 666 points. And then in 6th place, Darrell Wallace Jr., and he's in